What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. And I have a mixed bag for y'all. Y'all know when I say that, that just means I have several things I want to talk about. And one of the things I want to talk about, first off, tonight's fight, tonight's main event. First off, I hope it's a great card, you know, because I love watching boxing myself. And I grew up in it, still get it in, always in top shape, always take care of myself, always stay fit. That's just always been me, always ready to go. You know, um, I hope it's a great fight. Kell Brook always show a lot of heart in the ring. He has skill. I remember him beating Sean Porter decisively. You know, and to be honest with you, he beat Sean Porter. Now, I felt like Errol Spence beat Sean Porter. I didn't feel like there was no robbery. People, some people just like to be, nah, he really lost because blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, I felt like Errol was doing enough to win. The knockdown definitely sealed the deal. Okay? I feel like Kell Brooks, his victory over Sean Porter was more decisive. Okay? Now, it could also be too that Sean Porter may be better now than he was then. Not to take nothing from Kell Brook, okay? That's not something that I do. But even looking at that situation, fighting Golovkin, fighting Errol Spence, fighting Sean Porter, we know the situation when he fought Golovkin. We know the situation when he fought Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford has never taken punishment from a fighter. I don't know about if he ever hurt his hand or got injured in the fight, but I mean, like, as far as like somebody breaking something on him or like his opponent doing damage to him to where he had to be hospitalized or have surgeries and things like that. And I feel like he's the fresher of the two fighters, and a lot of people, we've talked about this already, that they feel like Kell Brook is washed up. I don't know. We're going to see tonight. Hopefully he's not. Win, lose, or draw, may the best man win. I just want to see a great fight, and I just feel like, people have an issue when you don't clearly pick somebody to win. Like I said, and he's one of those guys. At 147, man, the guy who, I like him and I like Errol Spence, but I'm going with Errol Spence over anybody. Now, if I thought Errol Spence was going to lose, I wouldn't sit here and cross my fingers and wish on a star. No, what's going to happen is going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, even when I say may the best man win, that doesn't mean it's not somebody who I want to see win necessarily. Sometimes it is. A lot of times it's not. It probably most of the times. Because the fighters that I do like more than other fighters, I feel like, look, man, just me saying, like people say, well, I'm with this guy in spirits, but I think he's going to lose. Or whatever it may be. People cheer for their countrymen. People cheer for somebody from their state, their city, whatever. And I get that. None of it's personal to me. It's a sport. At the end of the day, that's all it is a sport. And you want to see somebody win. But I'm not going to, whoever wins, I'm not going to take it no kind of way. I think Kell Brook was a solid fighter. And Terrence Crawford as well. And we're going to see who the best man is tonight. I don't want to see no robbery. I don't want to see no controversy. Just a straight up winner, whether it's knockout, whether it's TKO, whether it's decision, that the right person get their hand raised. And that's what boxing needs. Not a bunch of favoritism junkies rolling around here, trying to big up who they want to win and acting like it's more than what it was. So, it's funny, right? I was looking at something, and Tommy Fury, he's called out Marcellus Wilder, right? And people was, talking about how they said Tommy Fury's clout chasing and all this. Now, the funny thing to me is whenever a fighter calls a fight out, for some reason he's clout chasing. I can understand you saying that if he's doing all of this and then all of a sudden Marcellus Wilder said, let's go. And he decides, and but how do you clout chase by calling somebody out? Like, I mean, it's so crazy. Well, the things he was saying was funny, man. The things he was saying was funny. And I'm not really going to get into it because it wasn't really much. But listen, let me explain something to y'all. I'm taking the time to address this because it's something that I just see happening all the time. Okay. I'm not making this video just to make it. There's so many negative people out here that don't want to see anybody get ahead and succeed. That I don't care what you're doing for a living. Okay. There's somebody else who makes more money than you, who have more expensive cars, more expensive jewelry, more expensive clothing. Okay? Can go book a flight, fly, go anywhere they want. There's always somebody. You have $1 million, that person has 5 million. That person has 10 million. That person over there has 50 million. That person, somebody got 100 million. Somebody got billions. So the millionaires' money look like chump change to the billionaires, okay? The problem that I'm seeing with a lot of people is they try to go with whatever narrative they think that it's the popular thing to do. What everybody's saying this, so we got to go with that. Listen, y'all, I'm tired at times when I come home and I'll make the videos to get them in because it's like I'm gonna have a long day and I probably won't be able to get a chance to do it. Sometimes we'll do it in our cars, things like that. But let me tell you guys something, all right? There's a lot of bullshit floating around out here that people are calling news. Okay? Let me tell you guys how ignorant people are. On my channel, I have a video that has over 48,000 views. It's only a minute long. And basically what I was explaining, and I'm going to say it in this because it's too much stuff to type, okay? That particular video, I had people telling me, okay, listen to every word that comes out of my mouth right now. I had people saying they've never in their life seen a match when a fighter's glove makes contact with the opponent's face, that it's the palm part of the glove hitting the face. Okay? And I said, so this must have been the first boxing match you ever fucking watched. No, I've been watching boxing and I've never seen, I've watched Ali. Oh, Ali's the wrong person to fucking bring up because Ali, are you serious? When you throw those flicking slap jabs, it's more likely to happen then. So my thing was, okay, you never seen it? Well, the fight with Gamboa and Haney, there's a shot of that. Boom, perfect. This was what they said to me. I've never, and then people were co-signing that. Yeah, man. Yeah, when you hit, it's supposed to be the knuckle. Like, oh, thanks for telling me. I really didn't know that. So all the years I've been going to the gym and fighting myself and doing all this shit. Thanks for telling me. So now when I go in, I'll make sure I remember that not to hit with my palm. Because I didn't know that. Yeah. So anyway, this is what their claims were. Fury's the only fighter. Listen. Fury is the only fighter in history that you've seen when his punch landed is the palm. Well, I just posted a picture of Devin Haney. I also had shots of Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, who else? Evander Holyfield, even Mike Tyson. There was a shot of Mike Tyson where the punch landed with this. To show you the level of ignorance, how people just don't comprehend simple shit. You have all these idiots. Oh, that shit is not even close. His glove was flicking before the punch even landed. Yada, yada. You dumb asshole. Did you not just hear what I responded to? I was told nobody in boxing history's glove ever land like that where it's the palm. I didn't say it. You had people talk about, no, it's nothing like Fury's glove. Fury's glove was fully padded. I mean, this wasn't padded. Devin Haney's glove was fully padded. You dumb jackass. Did I mention anything about padding or unpadding? Did I mention anything about the hand being flicked out at that point? No, I'm talking, simply addressing stupid comments that were sent to me about the way the glove landed. Nobody, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. With, oh, it was already out. If you slow down, stupid fuck. People don't have the thinking capacity. They just can't comprehend simple things. And I started laughing to myself like, wow. And I'm like, you guys are that stupid. You're really that stupid that you read something and can't even understand what you're reading. Notice how the palm of the glove is on the face. I knocked the guy out one night. He told everybody it was the palm that hit him. I don't know if it was, I really don't know. Because when he threw the punch, his punch, he like grabbed me. And I like took my arm and boom. And when I hit him this way, boom, I came back to the left foot, bam. And all I know is he was out. But it's like when I threw it, when I did this, his arms went up. So my hand went like over his, caught him. It might have been the palm. Right? That's what no, it wasn't the palm. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Put it like that. It doesn't really fucking matter. The point is, I threw a left hook. I didn't throw the punch with the intention, I'm gonna hit him with my palm. But he was all over the place. But yeah, he always, man, it was the palm. Oh, well, I really give a shit what it was. I threw a left hook and I knocked you the fuck out. That's what happened. Now, the thing is, if we had footage to slow that down, then we could tell what part of the glove hit him. But that wasn't my intentions to hit him with the palm. And does it fucking matter? No. It's not illegal. Threw a punch, the shit landed, you went the fuck out. Okay? So with all these other fighters where you have the pictures where you can see where the punch landed, where it's this part. You understand, you're throwing a shot and the guy's moving his head. Sometimes they move into the shot or the shot just land that way. Okay? They're trying to explain the whole dynamics of the way the wrist moves. Like nobody gives a shit what you're talking about, right? Because the funny thing is, I have gloves, right? Hold up. You know what? Pause. All right. Now, let me show y'all something. I just want to point something out. See these gloves right here? I was sparring a guy in these particular gloves. We had no head guards on, either one of us, right? Now, I'm 247 pounds. He's about the same size, maybe a few pounds lighter. But he's about 3-4 inches taller than me, right? So, we're sparring. And I mean, but when we're sparring, but it's like we're fighting, right? And let me show you. You see this right here? Let me show you this. The glove bust. Okay? The glove bust. When I threw the shot, I'm making this point for a reason. This is crazy glue. These gloves are like my souvenir gloves to myself, okay? This is hard right here. So I would not use these gloves to spar anybody else. These don't get any play. These are like my, okay, like when you hang a jersey up, yeah, or a souvenir, yeah, that's what this is for me, okay? For sentimental reasons, other reasons, which I'm not getting into. You see how the glove is attached, okay, to the hand? Okay. You can't get eye poke. This is to prevent the eye pokes and all that. Now, let me show you something. This is so funny. I'm about to make 2 points. Before I say that, let me make this point. If we had these gloves inspected right now, and let's say a guy, like I'm going to fight somebody, and let's just say this guy from the other team comes in, he checks the gloves, okay. Takes his hand and stick his hand in the glove. Now, look with no hand wraps on. I want you to see how tough it is for me to get my actual hand with no hand wraps at all. Okay? Now, right? Now, you see when I just did that? You see how you just saw all black before? Now, you see when I just did that, what just happened? It opened again, which I don't care, but it just opened again, right? Just for me doing that. When I hit him, I didn't hit him with this part of the glove. I hit him with this part. But imagine me going right now when somebody's inspecting the gloves and they check them and go, okay, cool. Now, you know how boxers a lot of times use the glove and like push and things like that. This right here is crazy glue. This will scratch your fucking skin with no problem. Okay? You're the person in there with you is supposed to check this. They're supposed to, okay, because it's up, you're saying, okay, these gloves are okay to use. But this is visible now. It wasn't, when I first did it, I showed it for that reason. It was all black. I knew this was going to happen. That's why I did it, okay? You see that? Now just glue them back. It doesn't matter. These are my souvenir gloves now. Okay, see that? Look at that. Okay? That's the pattern underneath. But when I hit him, I didn't hit him like this. Okay, I didn't hit him. I didn't do this. I hit him. Bam! When the glove split, we saw it in the corner. Okay? But even right here, it's very difficult for me to get my hand in this glove without padding. Without my hand wraps on me. Can you imagine me having a fucking egg weight? And people could go, yeah, but look how smooth this is. There's no ridges. Yeah, okay, right. But them same ridges was there. Okay? When the glove was being okayed. When the gloves was being put on. What I want to know is how the fuck they reached in there and just snatched this out this glove. That's what I want to know. What would be so hard about inspecting these fucking gloves? What did they use? I mean, because you got to cut and, okay, let me get up a knife up in there, something sharp, a razor blade, something, right? And pull this shit out. Now, these are not, of course, the ones that tie. But let me tell you what these guys were telling me. This is what they were saying. That Tyson Fury's hand was like this. And it's tied. Now, this is what they think they were seeing. When all actuality, what they were seeing was this. That's what they were seeing, was his hand, okay? First off, if they were seeing this right here, you would have saw the white tape because the tape comes up to the knuckle and part of the finger. So but even for his hand, look, this is what they were trying to say he was doing. This is what they were trying to say he was doing. Okay, I'm going to show y'all something, right? This is what they're trying to say. Look how floppy the glove was. Now, this is going to have a little less flimsiness because this thickness around here, the reinforcement, and then this is straps. Okay, his was tied. Okay. But look at what I'm saying. How in the fuck does this benefit Tyson Fury? So you mean to tell me that this motherfucker beat Deontay Wilder with one hand? Because what he was doing was having his hand halfway in. He can generate no power whatsoever. So what was he doing? Was he punching like this? Or somehow he was adjusting his hand. How in the fuck do your knuckles? This is what I'm saying. How? He'd have been having it hit with his fucking fingers, man. How in the fuck do you get your hand to do this? This is what the idiots were telling me. He was hitting with his paw. I said, okay, wait. So he was hitting with his paw, with his paw. Then they tried to say, no, his knuckles was in the wrist part, and he was hitting with that. So was he hitting with his fingers or his knuckles? Which was it? Then somebody said he was doing both, and he was palm striking. So you mean to tell me that this man somehow knows how to magically just maneuver his hand in the glove? And then they said Ricky Hatton was adjusted the glove, and Ricky Hatton explained what he was doing. Whether they believe him or not, of course, that's something different. But let me show you something, okay? Because I've seen somebody do this and fake their ass off and try to pretend. But y'all see, now I'm pulling this motherfucker, okay? To get my hand in it. And you still can see my palm through there. Is that not floppy? Huh? Look, my hand is all the way in this glove. My fingers, look, my fingers. You see, look, well, my hand is, the whole thing is, but do you see my finger right here? Okay, you see my other finger right here? Pressing? Do you see my pinky finger right here? My hand is in the fucking glove. That doesn't look floppy? And even though I'm doing that, you know what somebody's going to say? Oh, no, it looked different with Tyson Fury. Of course it looked different. Because like I said, this wasn't reinforced to have the Velcro strap. Of course not. But no, you're going to tell me that doesn't look flappy? I saw somebody do the top. See, I can't, like, see, I can't even. No, motherfucker. And when you flick a jab out, okay, your hand is open. What's happening? Your hands are sweaty. And instead of you throwing the punch with your hand closed, you just flicking it. And what starts happening, the glove will slide a little bit. It's not going to slide all the way because it got the wrist wrapped with the tape, but it's going to slide. Me doing this just right here. Now you see how hard it was to get out? My hand's not even sweating, right? And you're flicking the jab out, right? Flicking it, boom, flicking it. You know how Anthony Joshua sometimes throw that hook and he kind of like boom, almost slaps with it? Same shit. So, now, here's the point what I'm saying. Don't you see more of my hand right now? Because when I'm flicking it, my hand is not closed. If I'm throwing a jab here, if I'm shooting it out, right? If I'm shooting it out and my hand is closed, my hand's not sliding because my fingers are curled in here and it's keeping the glove on my hand. But if I'm, now you see that? Look, that's my wrist. This is the bottom of my palm. Watch. Right? You see that? See that? See that? Same thing. My hand was closed. Now watch this. Right? My palm is right here now. Okay? My palm is here now. This is inside of my hand. Okay? I'm just taking the time to do this. I've done it before and other people have done it. Because it's just common fucking sense. Okay? There's no fucking way that you can have your fucking hand where your fist is busting, is in the glove, but somehow your fist is like this. So I guess they realized, wait, that's kind of stupid. No, it was the palm. Like I said, oh, he was doing both, but he was mostly using his palm. Okay. So what you're saying is, he had his hand halfway in the glove. Somehow, he's throwing punches like this. Or bringing his hand around this way. That's what you're saying. He's purposely throwing so he can palm strike. I mean, and it's so stupid. Because even you watching it, me being in the gym and fighting and boxing and doing all the shit that I do, all the different, I know that that's bullshit. Okay? And I know there's no fucking way that you can hit a person. Now, when the glove is sliding down, and in the middle, let's say in the middle of the fight, you throwing your shit, boom, boom, y'all mixing it up, bam, 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 whatever, and you throw a punch, and let's say that the glove is sliding, that shit, yeah, that happens. Yes, that happens. But this is what you guys were seeing. And you were mistaking it for his fucking knuckles. So what you're saying is his knuckles are, look at the word tap out. So my knuckles are like right here. So let's like just say up in the top part of the letter, right where the T is. And this is where my big knuckles are. My knuckles period are like right around here. Okay. So look at how many inches of this glove is up here from where my knuckles would be. So you're telling me now, look, listen to that. Okay? Listen to that. Now, I'm going to put my hand the way they said he was. Now, let me wait. My hand is in my knuckle. Okay. Now, I'm making a fist in my glove. Please tell me how this make any goddamn sense. This is what y'all thought y'all was seeing. So, this is what Fury was doing. And you mean to tell me that Fury was hitting this man with his hand not in the glove? So this is what y'all thought y'all was seeing? So now what you're telling me is this is where his knuckles were. Can't generate any motherfucking power. And even if he throw a hook, he's just going to hit him with all glove. And even if he's able to catch him, he's such an expert that he's going to hit him with his fucking fingers. That was the plan? I'm going to hit you with my fingers. Y'all, listen. I was just cracking myself up laughing, watching these videos. And just looking at how stupid this all is. And I'm just like, man, you know what? We are a month and some weeks away. Okay? A little under 2 months. We're a little under 2 months, man, before we have a new year. And we're still talking, no matter who's fighting in boxing, no matter what's going on in boxing, we're still having people making excuses about a fucking glove, about poisoned water, about all this bullshit. And see, I don't give a fuck if a fighter been in the gym all his life, but he's trying to make a point that it happened because, for whatever reason. I can tell you this. Ain't no fucking way you gonna put your hand halfway in no glove and beat me. Nah, I beat the brakes off you. And if you ain't got nothing to keep me back, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Simple. I got dynamite in both hands, any shot. So if you stand here pity patting. You already said the man had pillows for fists, so now he's gonna literally take his fucking fist and put it in the wrist part of the glove. I don't see how in the fuck any of y'all think, look, the glove would do this even with my hand out in it. That's not flimsy. Okay? My hand is not even in the glove. Look at what it's doing. Okay? Simple. Simple. If you guys really believe the hype, for you that do believe it, and you really think that what you guys are doing is helping Deontay, or you think it's helping boxing, period, it's not. This man is damaging himself. The more he keep pretending he wants this fight, the more he keeps talking all this shit, and then if the fight actually does happen and he gets beat again, he's finished. Because he's going to have either he's going to finally say, look, I lost, or he's going to come up with more excuses. And see, in the world of YouTube, people think that what he's doing is effective because he has channels that backs him up. My thing is, I would love to see the brother get his skills up and get in there and do something and look like he's worth a shit other than just having a fucking right hand. But that's up to him. I don't take it personal. One way or another, whatever he does, that's his business. I don't care personally. But like I said, we have a boxing channel. We're talking about boxing. Simple as that. And I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm not going to sugarcoat my shit for anybody. So, if he, is going to sit up and play I'm the victim, please, everybody feel sorry for me. Just know, I lost because everybody was against me. I'm Thanos. All the Avengers came after me. Okay? That's what happened. That's what happened. They took my Thanos snap away. They had to gang up on me because they can't beat me one-on-one. It was everybody. It was everybody. That's why I lost, because of everybody else. Not because Fury was a better fighter. No, I was cheated. They all ganged up on me. They put kryptonite in my water bottle. They did all this other shit. Yeah, they ruined me, man. I mean, it's so crazy, man. And the reason I did this, too, because I watched the video today, man. The guy was in there pretending like he couldn't make the, And here's the thing. We have the same exact gloves, which is why I use the same exact pair. But like I said, these are my souvenir gloves. I don't even use these anymore because they bust on the side. And when they bust, I hit the guy here. So imagine somebody saying that I must be hitting the guy with the side of my glove. No, it's the impact. When I hit him, bam, this shit split open right here. All what you see split from here all the way up there. All right. So now, look, like I said, man, people going to believe what they want, think what they want. Truth, logic, and reason doesn't mean anything to idiots. Simple as that. So really, when I'm talking about these things, I'm not trying to convince these motherfuckers. I'm talking to my people. Okay. And it's just something for people to look at, to think, well, you know what, that makes sense, or it don't make sense. It doesn't matter to me one way or another. But it's so funny because every time I do a video, like I said, I'm speaking truth and logic. The more truth you speak, the more people will come up with stupid questions and responses because they don't want to just, you know what, that makes sense. Okay? If Tyson Fury is some kind of fucking, he has magical powers where he can maneuver his hand and glove to hit however he want, that's some incredible shit that I think any fighter would want to learn how to do. Because even with Ricky Hatton pulling the glove up or whatever, they tell me he was pushing it down. No, he was pulling it up. Okay? If you was fighting somebody, right, and y'all both had gloves on, Or let's say the person started a fight with you, you had gloves on, and he had just his bare fists. What's the first thing you try to do? Take those fucking gloves off. Why? Because he might try to grab you anything, and now it's your glove fist versus his knuckles, right? So instinctively, that's the first thing a person would do is try to get the gloves off. You ain't gonna say, "Oh, pull my gloves down," where I don't have any power in my gloves. You know what I'm saying? No, you want to pull it up. So I mean up, meaning like I'm pulling it up here, and I'm pushing down while you're pulling it up. That's what they're doing. And when gloves get waterlogged like that, that's what happens. The hand starts to slide around. That's just instinctively. But all the excuses are not going to change anything. Truth of the matter is this, man. I'm not interested in the third fight, but if it does happen, for Deontay to get his revenge, he got to get in his ass in the gym and take this shit serious. He got to train his ass off and understand he's fighting a guy that's a far better boxer than he is, and that for him to beat him, he's going to have to come with it. Okay? Because if his right hand fails him again, he has nothing. And he has to understand that. Now, if you think coming in there with a lot of anger and rage and just swinging a bunch of wild punches and thinking I'm going to catch one, eventually one going to land, I'm going to get him out of here. Well, that shit doesn't work, then what? Then what? So yeah, man, I mean, I just took the time to do that. And I just started laughing. Really, like I was cracking up, like how Dylan White was that when Deontay lost. That I was just cracking up because I'm like, yo, people really are brainwashing themselves to believe that this man had his hand halfway in the glove. You just saw the floppy glove shit, and I've seen it in other fighters. But like I said, this is the first time people made that kind of a big deal out of it. Well, at the end of the day, look. Fury has a fight coming up. Deontay should be doing the same thing. Keep it active, keep it busy, not sitting back, just not doing anything. But you know what? The sooner he realizes these things, if he ever does, then things will turn around for him for the better. Who knows? I mean, but Fury's fighting somebody. You said you're in shape, you're ready to go. You should be doing the same thing. Build some more interest in this fight. I don't care what happens. I'm not looking forward to a third fight between these two. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Look, never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. I will catch y'all in the next video.